Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom.
Happy middle of Sukkot. We've actually had just about the most gorgeous Sukkot weather possible this year. Really nice to sit outside. I hope you've had the opportunity or will sometime before Wednesday evening. So we're in the middle of the third of the 4 high holidays. Sukkot goes until next Wednesday evening when we have Simchat Torah, and we hope you'll join us. But this is a time of year when we are encouraged to get outside. And it is hard sometimes. I've had Sukkot where it was below freezing or nearly below freezing. Other times where it was 100 degrees. But it really is a nice time of year right now to get outside. The leaves are starting to turn. I was out walking today and saw some trees that were early adapters, and they've already gone full bloom into oranges and reds and yellows. Others are waiting. They want to see whether it catches on. But it is a time to think about getting outside of air conditioning / heating / whatever walls we put up ourselves and looking around. And so this Shabbat Sukkot, we celebrate especially the world we live in.
We begin with Hine Matov. The Hebrew words are on page 128. This is the melody we've been using from Alana Arian for the last few months. Unfortunately, the thing that I used to make the screens work is not working today. Hopefully it will be fixed by Wednesday. And so we'll just follow along, I hope. I'll try to feed you the words. We go like this. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. I say, how good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom alechem, salam aleikum. 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 How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Page 129, Ki Eshmera Shabbat. When I keep Shabbat, God watches over me. It is a sign forever between God and me. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereini. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, El Yishmereini. Oti le'omei ad beino uveini. Oti le'omei ad beino uveini. Ki Eshmera 138, 139. Lecha Dodi, we will sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, yishmi'anu el amiyochad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litchila, lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sov mahase b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hit'orari, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 9. Bo'ui v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'ui chala, bo'ui chala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. If we need to, we can spread out just a little bit, so there's not on top
we
of
don't
each
charge
other.
extra for legroom. It's okay.
Thank you.
So if you would, if you have your cell phones with you and they're not off, take them out. And think of someone you love who isn't here with you now. If they're Jewish, send them a message that says Shabbat Shalom, thinking of you. If they're not Jewish, send them a message saying, thinking of you, have a wonderful evening. Try not to send it to someone else in the room. I'll give you a minute for that. Mine does. Just use it enough. It'll be good. Trust me. It now does Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach all by itself without me even like just, I press SH and I get the whole thing.
I have refuah shleima.
Yeah, and so. What's really amazing is that mine has Hebrew spell autocorrect. It's just really impressive. It's got a Hebrew keyboard and it does that too. It's really pretty neat.
Is it as inaccurate as...
Pretty much as inaccurate as the English ones. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, so just like that. So now please take a minute and take a breath and think back through your week. Last Shabbat was Yom Kippur. I don't know about for you, but for me it seems like that was about a month and a half ago. But it was Yom Kippur last Shabbat. So please think back through your week, through Yom Kippur, through the days after, and just think at this point about what was good. There are times for kvetching and complaining and whatever, but now just think about what was good this week. What was good on Saturday, on Sunday, all the way through each day. So take a minute and taste your week again. if you would please, get up from your seats and find someone in this room that you haven't met before. Go over and introduce yourself, ask them who they are, tell them something good that happened to you this week, and ask them what was good that happened to them. Go for it. This was a wonderful week. Bernie, from Yom Kippur through resting on Sunday and building the Saturday. We got to go flying.
Yay!
It was like just...
How long's it been since you went flying?
2 weeks, but no, but... And then Monday had the first day time I didn't get to play. There were 40 people.
Nice.
And then last night...
New and old, or mostly new? Or...
About half the
Good.
And Thursday night, we had 40 people. More than half what we ever did in class before. Just really, like...
You said you were worried that, like, people were feeling like they couldn't start in the middle. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
From,
Okay.
Ron,
Your family live nearby?
Doesn't she usually come?
No.
Oh, I thought she was in the Monday class.
She was just for a little while, but then it was she came Thursday night. Really cool.
She's one of
Well,
them.
my wife's a
I know,
realtor.
believe it.
Mine too. She gets some.
How about you? Any good
Some lazy ones.
Well,
You
I
might hope so.
know.
Just remember, so,
I
but not for long, it's dying. You want another battery? That was really nice. Thank you. Thank you all for doing that. I want to share one of mine because it was really great. We got a call on Monday from the food bank. It's now called Fulfill. They said they had a problem with the truck when we brought it back. They couldn't open the back door. And I apologized, and they said, we'll take that problem any time at all. They said, you filled the truck. And so the weight was 11,799 pounds, which is up 20% over last year. But more than that, a couple of years ago, we asked people not to bring bottled water anymore. They used to bring a lot of bottled water, which is very cheap and very heavy. But bottled water is actually a luxury in our community. You don't need that. You need food. So we cut that out, and people brought a lot of things like diapers, which don't weigh a lot but are really expensive. And so we did a really good job, and getting that report back from the food bank was thrilling and wonderful, and definitely one of the high points of my week. So thank you for sharing. We'll turn to candle lighting now on page 121 and 120.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offering of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
124. In the middle. May the door of this sanctuary be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Mm-hmm. 146. Please rise if you're able.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, le'olam va'ed.
You know, I find it amazing that we can predict hundreds of years in advance when Sukkot will start, and the fact that it will be a completely full moon every time Sukkot starts. It always works out that way. That's the way the calendar is set. So as we think about the Sukkot moon, the nearly full moon in the sky tonight, we join in the praise to God for creating the world and the universe. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv arabim. 150. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochlenu uvkumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, uv'mitzvotecha lo'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, v'orech yameinu, u'vahem negeh yomam v'layla, v'havatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. We're on 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'el ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להוד על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, כי הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
On page 158, Mi Chamocha with our special Sukkot melody. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Nora Tehilot, Osei Pele, Malechutecha Ra'uvanecha, Bokayam Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zeilianu v'amru, Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar ki fad Adonai et Yaakov, u'ge'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Page 160 is our prayer for shelter. And on Wednesday evening, when Sukkot began, I spoke about what went on in Las Vegas, just the latest. And I decided that I did not want to make Shabbat Sukkot about Las Vegas because this is called Hechag, a time of celebration. And we are here to celebrate. But before we join in our evening prayer, the one that says, please God, protect us from the things we cannot protect ourselves from, I just add my own prayer. I'm so tired of people going, our thoughts and prayers are with them. I'm really, really tired of that. Because the people who say it are people who could actually make a change, but they don't. Instead, they just think and pray. We can do better. I hope we will do better. I posted something about that on my Facebook page, and someone wrote back and said, Cain killed Abel with a rock, so it's not about laws, it's about changing the human heart. So I responded, Cain did not kill and maim 600 Abels. There is a difference. So this prayer says, God, spread over us a shelter of peace, especially when we lie down, when we're vulnerable, when we sleep. Would you be the one that protects us when we're most vulnerable? We'll sing the blessing at the end, the Chatimah. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people, Jerusalem, Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Page 162, Yismechu. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, mekadeshei shvi Shabbat, kulam yisbehu v'yitamru mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, chemdat yamim, oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Zecher lema'aseh v'reshit Shabbat. Zecher lema'aseh v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat.
We turn to the Tefillah, pages 164 and onward, the even number pages. But on 165, I really like the explanation of Tefillah, the last paragraph. Please rise if you're able. In an envelope marked personal, God addressed me a letter. In an envelope marked personal, I have given my answer.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מפקח חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
You are holy. Your name is holy. And those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. (173) May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. On page 174, our prayer that God hear our prayer includes special inserts for Pesach, for Shavuot, and now for Sukkot. So this day of Sukkot is the part that you fill in. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit on us, our God and God of our fathers and mothers. On this day of Sukkot, be mindful of us and all your people Israel, for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. Remember us for well-being.
Amen.
Visit us with blessing.
Amen.
Help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion.
We will sing the first paragraph of 176 and then flip to 178, and then it returns back to the last sentence of 176. Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avoteinu, ve'imotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur chayenu magen yishenu, atahu l'dor v'ador. Tzur chayenu magen yishenu, atahu l'dor v'ador. Shalom Rav Yisrael, Amcha tasim le'olam, ki ata hu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Tzur chayenu magen yishenu, atahu l'dor v'ador. Tzur chayenu magen Atahu L'dor Vador. Atahu, Atahu L'dor Vador.
We continue with silent prayer, any of the succeeding pages, 3, 4 pages, or the prayer that you have in your own heart.
Ose shalom, shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimroma, Uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, amen.
Misha Beirach is on page 371 in the middle of the page. Before we join together in this prayer, I ask you to think about people whom you love, people whom you care about, who are in need of healing. Healing of the body, healing of the soul, healing of the spirit. And either say their names to yourself right now, one at a time, or as I look around the room, say their names out loud. But in one way or the other, join their names to our prayer.
Mekor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mekor habracha leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal
This is the first Friday in the month of October. And so do we have October birthday people here? Yes, and if September birthday people, if you couldn't be here last month, you can join us too. We're going to go to the Bima for a special blessing. So our birthday people, please come with us. Would everyone else please rise? See, for your birthday, the Torah's put on their holiday clothes. Okay, come face this way. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, God of days and years, our lives are in your hands. We thank you day by day for your many blessings. And as year follows year, we grow ever more grateful for all your gifts. These people whose birthdays occur this month come before you with special prayers of thanks and praise. Be with them always to sweeten the joys of their lives. Bless them with health and happiness. Bless them with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. And bless them with the wisdom to learn from all their experiences. We pray that their lives may be filled with good and with an abundance of your blessings. May they and all those they love have the joy of sharing and celebrating in your presence for many years to come. Please join us in Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Praise you, Adonai, our God, source of all creation, for creating us, for sustaining us, and for bringing us to this time of celebration. Happy birthday to all of you. We give you kisses for your birthday. Really? And yes, you could have 3 more. It's okay. All of you, as they go to sit down, you're all going to shout like you mean it, Ad me'ah ke'esrim, which is may you live to be 100 and feel like you're 20. The words are Ad me'ah ke'esrim. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ad me'ah ke'esrim.
Mazel tov. Happy birthday. So, if you grew up in a Jewish community, you probably experienced a model Seder. Anyone? Model Seder?
Like a pretend one.
Like a pretend one, the one you did in school, right? You know, okay, so we don't do them anymore at TRT. No, we don't, because we spent the last 6 or 7 years of doing them trying to explain to kids that these were not real Seders, because we actually had kids who didn't go to a Seder. It used to be that just everybody went to a Seder, it was not a question. But we found that we had a number of kids who had never been to a Seder, and so they would go to a model Seder and think that's what Pesach's all about. And, you know, they'd have like 2 gefilte fish balls, and they'd have, you know, a little matzah and maror, and, you know, on a paper plate with plastic silverware and grape juice. And so I kept explaining to them, no, this isn't it, because we use the fancy china, and people cook for days and days and days, and there's just more to eat than you could imagine, and it's really cool, and it goes on all night, and people sing and they talk, and it's family and all this. So we finally did away with it, because there were too many kids who still thought that that was a Seder. Now we do like an interactive thing, which is really cool, but we did away with that. I was thinking about that last night when I was sitting in my sukkah. And I was thinking that there are probably a whole lot of people here who think that a sukkah is what we have outside here. And technically, you'd be right. But there is something missing from our sukkah here. Does anyone know what's missing? Think back to what I said about the model Seder. Hamishness. So in my family, the sukkah assembly jobs are divided by gender. One person is in charge of construction, one person is in charge of decoration. It works out very well that way. I'm very good at the construction part. I can put that thing up now in about an hour and 15 minutes, and it's all up, and it's got the roof, and it's got the lights hanging, and everything is cool. And then Shira moves in with the 3 huge plastic boxes from our basement. And she moves in with all the decorations, and it just, you know, makes it look amazing. And among the decorations are little styrofoam door hangers, actually. 3 of them. One created by each of our boys when they were in preschool. And they have been in the box every year since our kids were in preschool. Our kids are 32, 30, and 28. Okay? And they come out and they have a place of honor. Right in the middle of the wall, those 3 things hang there, one from each of our boys. And along with that, we have, I don't understand what Jews did to decorate their sukkahs before Christmas lights were invented. But we have strings and strings of the icicle Christmas lights. And whenever we see some that are funky, for a long time, Shira had one whole thing that was hot tamales. That one finally broke. We had to get rid of it. But you see an interesting string of lights, you buy it, and it goes up on the sukkah. And so when we sit in our sukkah, it's family, it's tradition, it feels like home. We're looking at the decorations we've looked at now for 30 years. And new ones get added every year. And the boxes get bigger and bigger and more stuff, and it's really kind of cool. And that, no matter how hard we try, is what's missing from our sukkah here. There isn't even a time for the kids to decorate. Now, we do make up with it because of the other part of the sukkah experience, which is ushpizin, which means inviting people in. And I love the fact that over the course of the week, not only do people come and have a meal here, but they meet other people who are having meals here. And we actually have a number of temple friendships that began in a sukkah. One year, they're sitting, they're talking, they have lunch. They know, what do you have? What do you have? And they've become friends, and they're families that are now friends for a long time. So I love that part. But if you haven't ever been in a family sukkah, I'd like you just to think that it's more than what we have out there. Because our men's club did a great job. They put it together. It's large. We can get a lot of people in there. We're going to go out there tonight, and we'll celebrate. But it's plastic tables and plastic chairs and a couple of things that some of the kids did last Sunday. But we don't have a way to keep it from year to year. And it's too bad, because the sukkah is supposed to be an extension of your family and your home. And so when we go out there, please, I'd like you to look at it with your eyes kind of half closed. Look at it and see what it could be. And we've been encouraging people to build a sukkah. We have a waiting list right now for the 2 temple sukkot. One is still available for next year. One's already spoken for. We let you try it for a year without buying it and see if you like it, see if it feels like something you like to do. But if you do it, if you go to anyone's house, if you go into any sukkah, please feel the history. Now, I didn't grow up with a sukkah. Mine was the one in the temple. And the one in the temple was actually kept in a locked courtyard and was only opened when we were going to go out there with the school or whatever. Come and eat a lunch there was like, who would do such a thing? So we're getting better. We're heading in the right direction by making it available to everybody. But think of what a sukkah might be if it were the carrier of a family tradition for 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe generations. Because that is something we still need to get back in Sukkot. So that can't be done here. That can only be done by individuals in their own homes. If you want help, now's the time to commit to doing it next year. It's not for now, but now's the time to say, you know what? June 1st, I'm writing to the rabbi or the cantor and saying, okay, how do we make this happen? And if you want that one sukkah we have left, you can write to us even now. We'll put you on a list and say, you've got it for next year. So we hope you enjoy this Sukkot. We hope you go outside. Enjoy the moon, the stars when they're out, the weather, which is really extraordinary. But do it with your eyes half closed and picture things that are keepsakes and mementos surrounding you. That's what makes a sukkah into the extension of our home. So, yes, we are going to let's get the page number here, whoever's got it. Page 558 is Hallel, which is said on all the Jewish holidays. And Cantor will show us how we're going to do this. We will take the lulav and etrog outside. I think we'll try to finish the service outside. Yeah, we can do that. So there are chairs for those who need to sit down. The rest of people can stand. We can all fit in the sukkah, I promise you.
There are lights, but not great for reading. If you have like a flashlight on your phone, that might help you for low light situations.
Right, so feel free to bring that. We won't be insulted in any way. So let's bring your books. Let's go outside. No? Okay. A little faster. I'm going to beat you over the head with a lulav. That one will stay open. There you go. That's it. Please keep walking around so that everyone can get in. Oops. Oh, okay. We're going to try to let Joanna out for a second before... Anyone who wants to sit, please feel free. It's okay. It's a good thing we're thin, right? Get by. Danielle, be even. Please come in. Come on in. It's okay. Would you mind moving around more? All of you, please, if you could, because otherwise no one can get in. No one can get by you. Come on. Move around this way. Move around this way. There you go. I knew there was room. And Janice just went to get the Kiddush cup. She will be right back. After the service, you know, the requirement during Sukkot, the minimum requirement was to have a meal or something to eat that was at least the size of an olive. We have a debate as to whether it takes one cookie or two to qualify as being the size of an olive. That's for you to figure out. But we do hope that afterwards you'll come back. We will be here to wave the lulav with whoever wants. And bring your snack out here, sit down, have your... That way we have to dwell in this. Amen. Praise Adonai, all you nations. Extol God, all you peoples. For great is God's steadfast love toward us. The faithfulness of Adonai endures forever.